Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to I Want to Talk. And I am your host, the girl with the voice. And I'm here to tell you that there is nothing that is off limits to me, to this podcast, to anybody who wants to say what they want to say, anybody who feels like they just don't have a voice when they need a voice. Been there, done that. I'm over it. So let's kick it off with today with a couple of things that are just irking me. I cannot tell you enough how I'm a little perplexed. So what's bothering me is the fact that even though so many people have so many things to say on TikTok and Instagram and all of those different things, when we're in person, we have nothing to say to each other. Nothing. We do all our talking over the internet. And then when we get face to face, we don't know what to say. I can tell you what to say, or you can guess. Yeah, I don't know, people. I'm just so outdone with the behavior from grown people, and then we wonder while we sit back and look at the children and shake our heads. What they say now? SMAH or SMHD or something like that, hell, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm shaking my head at all of this crap because no one, and I do mean no one, is taking accountability for anything at this point. The children are kind of running wild. Hell, they can't even tell time. I've gone to the store so many times, and if they don't put $20 in there, they say, give me a second, let me get a manager. And I'm saying, girl, if you don't give me my $13.47 back and stop, in my mind, I'm counting the $20 worth of change. But this child here could not even begin to do it without this computer. Somebody help me. Somebody please help me. I actually have one of these new age children. I'm old, but I guess I got started late. I don't know. But I got a little young one, And needless to say, I am baffled by the things that people in their particular generation say and how they behave and what they think. But then I turn around and I look at the news, or I look at YouTube. I got to watch me some YouTube. Okay, YouTube. Listen, that's where all your videos are. But anyway, I turn around, I'm looking at the news, YouTube, and all of these different things. I'm like, how in the hell do we expect for the children to know how to behave when the adults do not know how to behave? Somebody explain that to me, please. I'm trying to figure it out, but if somebody else has a little bit of insight in on it, I would love to hear what you think about it. But not only do the adults not know how to behave at home, but they don't know how to behave at the job. They don't know how to behave when they're in the store. I literally watched two adults in a store a few weeks back. I saw it getting ready to happen. I'm looking, I was like, oh God, he getting ready to hit that lady heel. He gonna hit that lady heels, oh my God. Okay, he hit her heel, people, okay? And then he was like, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Of course y'all know he was on his cell phone, right? Yeah. I guess I'd have been a little pissed too about that lady because that buggy up on the heel hurt. I remember my mama, oh Lord. I remember hitting her heel a couple of times in the store, and let me tell you, she was not happy about it, okay? But I was a kid, she was my mom, And it was just that fear that was there, even though, we all know it wasn't that serious. But my mom was from the old school, and I guess that's why I'm so baffled by the things that I'm noticing. So, yeah, that lady blanked. She blanked. She said all kinds of things. And I'm like, the man said, excuse me, I apologize, my bad. Excusez-moi, bon appetit, whatever your language is. I don't know. But she was mad. She cursed him out. She said some things that she shouldn't have said. And there went the altercation. So the rest of us are in the store just baffled. Like, is this real? This is real. Because I know people that just walk right past you and don't even say excuse me. So I'm just trying to figure out what exactly are we doing here? So yeah, I saw that. And then I watch these videos and I see women getting arrested because they don't want to leave an ex-boyfriend's house. I see men, what they call it now? Crashing out. I see men crashing out, because this woman is his woman, but this one over here plaything, and this dude back here, that's his honeypot, and it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on, but yeah. So I see all of this kind of behavior, and now the confusion leaves me. It leaves me. I know why the kids acting like that. The adults don't know how to act. I mean, we really have to look at this for what it is. How are we going to prevent the lawlessness if the elected officials don't care anything about the laws? I mean, that's why I say I just want to talk. I just want to talk. I want to understand how the rest of the world is feeling. I want to try to figure out, where are we going wrong? What happened to the person that uplifted the person that they saw that was down? What happened to the person that, you need $5? Girl, I got 20. I'm going to give you 5 though. What happened to those people? See, I grew up in the 90s, and in the 90s, you might have been a thief, but there was honor among thieves, to say the least, And street life was even different. There was a respect there. There was a foundation. I can also say that sometimes I just ride down the street and look at the kids at the bus stop. They don't even talk and stuff at the bus stop. What's happening? What's happening? I mean, I don't recall the bus stop being divided. When we were at the bus stop, we were a group, we were a unit, because on those cold days, or for what we in North Carolina call cold wintry days, we coming together. We got to stay warm till that bus get there. Because once that bus get there, it's on, We on the bus, we good, we can cut up, act up, do whatever we want to do. But, while we at that bus stop, it's one for all for one. But, if there are 2 friends at the bus stop, then those 2 people are talking. But then when you look at everybody else at the bus stop, everybody got their head buried into their phone. Somebody is hovered over in here in the corner, probably afraid to talk. Just so many things. I'm like, what happened to the world? What happened? I really would like to know what happened. Does anybody out there have an answer for me? Are you witnessing what I'm witnessing? Are you witnessing the era where if you're not naked or half dressed when you leave the house, you're not considered sexy? What does that mean exactly? Because I remember when a suit and a dress was you stepping into the world, people Well, at least I know black people did not leave the house unless they had on a pair of slacks and a button-up shirt. And the women had on nice skirts and shirts and everything. But now you can just walk out the house in a bra and some panties and put on some slides with fur on it, and you're good, you know? So, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out, where are we going? Where are we going? Is there going to be a time where, as people, we're going to say, you know what? We need to turn this around. This is getting serious. Because I'm afraid. I mean, you know, like I said, I do have one of those little millennial people walking around. I think they up to like X or Y or something. I don't know. They might be no, okay, so I think my generation is Gen X. I don't even know what that means. I mean, I'm a 90s person. I'm a people, baby. So I'm going back to the people. Take me back to my people. But, you know, all the people that came after those people, all them people that came after that, I got one of them, you know. And needless to say, that's the one that keeps me young, keep me on my toes, keep me running. You know, just keeps me grounded. You know, they keep me on my toes and stuff. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know, it's really like a look into the new era. And one of the things that I always say is, you will not end up on YouTube saying something stupid. You're just not. Don't do it. Don't embarrass me. Don't do it. I will disown you. Even though I can't, you know, because I love my babies and stuff like that. But I just don't understand, like, where are we going? All I can say is, where are we going? Okay? You know, people have long since been trying to bring us together, you know, as a unit. And, you know, I guess when we were awarded civil rights, we all thought that at some point Martin's dream was going to come true, or we were going to keep doing it like Malcolm X, by any means necessary. But at the end of the day, we never thought that it would become even more divisive and worse. And, you know, Helen Keller, any of you guys know anything about Helen Keller? She quoted herself, she was quoted as saying, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. That is still true. It's still true. But for some reason, we have 12 people in the United States that feel like they can handle everything. We have 12 people. And I say 12, even though it's not really 12, you know, but we have 40 million people in the United States, but only 12 people want to make the decisions for all those people. And of course, there's going to be a bumping of the head and things like that going on. But at the end of the day, where is the unity? Do we really want this to continue on the path that it's going? I mean, can we really sit up and talk about this race's children and that race's children? Or should we be talking about all the children together? Can we talk about this race's females or this race's females? Or should we talk about all of them together? Because I'm going to tell you, I've been absolutely behooved by some of the videos I've seen, and they wasn't black people, black women or white women. They were different women. I didn't even know they would act like that. But I guess, as they say, the wretchedness has expanded beyond our borders, and we're living in this era where you have to jump on the most ignorant boat you can get on and start emulating what everybody in that boat is doing. Nobody is taking up the reins and saying, hey, you know what? Let me go over here and try to curve this group a little bit, because I see this group and they acting up. Oh, Lord. Let me go over here and try to curve this group a little bit, and I see this group and they acting a fool. I mean, I can understand people launching out, reaching out, trying to be heard about their situations, because let's be honest, people are in some dire situations. I mean, me personally, I've had to climb many mountains, and it wasn't easy. And to say the least, the people that you would rely on to try to walk with you through those situations, they weren't there. So, it's just a matter of you being strong. I tell my children all the time, I raise pits. I don't raise no poodles. You are going to face some hardships in life. That is lifing. There's nothing you can do about that. You can either curl up in a ball and cry, bend over and get pushed over the bridge and die, or you could pick your stuff up, pull your pants up, button your shirt up, walk out the door, and try again. I would choose the latter if I were all of you, because let me tell you something. The more you give in, the worse it can get. So it's imperative that we all just go out here and try to do our best. But while we're doing our best, we have to think about the people who can't do their best. Whether it's due to mental illness or physical illness, or I'm not going to say, the people that are lazy, because no, I've seen a few of these videos where these people are just flat out telling me they don't want to work. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay, so you don't want anything. I'm not just going to hand you something, but I can help you. I will hold your hand while you cross that lake. But baby, I can't pick you up and carry you over there. I cannot. So, let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. And, I feel like we fought for a very long time for this, what they call freedom of speech. And yet, we're not allotted freedom of speech. Isn't that not interesting? So, I can say what I want to say to a certain degree. But when I say something that you don't want me to say, I'm going to jail. Or you're going to sue me. I mean, because suing has become the next job. I mean, let's be honest. If I can sue you and get $10,000, $25,000, $100,000, I'm with it. I'm going to do it. But sometimes you have to sue people to teach them a lesson. Sometimes people just do it to see what they can get out of it. But the rest of y'all just doing stuff. The rest of y'all bored as hell. So somebody can step on your damn Jordans and I'm taking you to court. So yeah. So that's gotten ridiculous too, But hey, let's talk about it. Like I said, I want to talk. I really want to know what's going on in people's heads. I'm trying to figure out what is making everybody so raw. Like everybody, you turn around, good morning, get away from me. It's just craziness. You're just like, what in the world is happening? I don't understand. I don't get it. But at the end of the day, we're trying to figure out, when we get to our desk, we don't know whether we getting ready to curse them out or what, there's something wrong with her. Well, I don't know, but I ain't do nothing to her. It's this whole little thing we going on that I hear that then, that's on the people that think before they act, The people that act first, who you talking to? It's this whole little ordeal. So now everybody in the office is looking, no work is getting done. Now the manager gonna talk. Now we got to have a meeting about it. You see what you did? Do you see what you did? Just because you came in here with your problems. We all got problems. Let's talk about it. But let's not react on them, okay? I I mean, if I have to be perfectly honest, I feel like I'm in that majority of people that have suffered the ultimate. Okay? And when I say the ultimate, I mean my mom passed away. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna deal with that. I really don't. But what I do know is that she wouldn't want me to quit. So I keep going. So I'm in that class of people who are now trying to navigate our life, without our moms. Which, to say the least, can be extremely arduous. I mean, it's not easy, especially if you have the kind of relationship with your mom like what I had. I talk to my mom every day, and I mean, basically, and got on her damn nerves while doing it, just to be perfectly honest. She went, what? Didn't I talk to you already? What is it? But it was all in love, it was all in love. And I missed that, I missed that, and I missed her just flat out letting me know that is just a dumb question. That's a dumb question, and it makes you kind of think, so when you don't have that, as I know some of you all have experienced this as well, you really start feeling like, oh my God, what am I gonna do without that echo? What am I gonna do about that echo? It's not there anymore. That voice is not there. The voice of reason, the voice of circumstance, the voice of understanding, just the voice that knows you. Okay, it's gone, and for some people, it may not be the death of a mom, but maybe the mom is not present. Or maybe the mom is just as lost as they are. And with that being said, that's a huge thing, because that's your guiding light growing up, Most of the time you emulate what you see your mother and father do or what you don't see them do. Those relationships are pertinent. And so, again, we're back on YouTube. The child support cases, the paternity drama. I mean, I'm a female, okay? And I don't know how many women are going to be upset with me for saying this, but I have to tell you, I do think that they need to test y'all's babies. Oh God, I'm sorry. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. But I think your babies need to be tested. I do. If I could still have kids, I would have my baby tested. I don't know. What if I had fun one night? I don't know. We all people. We make mistakes. I don't know. But although I've always known, the father of my children, some of us do not have that luxury. And ladies, let me just be honest with you. When it comes down to it, ain't no shame in that. Unless you're just one of them people that's got to test like 15 and 14 people. That is absolutely ridiculous. And we really do need to talk. We need to talk, girl. That is ridiculous. I'm going to need you to shut that down real quick. Okay? Because that's absurd. It's just absurd. How big is this wonder of conception for you to need to test 14, 15 people? We're doing too much, ladies. We're doing too much. And if we want to continuously be called ladies, we have to carry ourselves like ladies. Okay? Now, I'm one of those people that I don't feel like a man can call a woman a hoe just because he slept with her on the first night. Because let's be real, fellas. You slept with her on the first night, but she slept with you too. So I took your stuff too, bruh. Like, let's be real about it. It works both ways. Albeit, a lot of people think it's just way more distasteful for a woman, to just have people running in and out. And I concur. I do. I concur. But it doesn't negate the fact that you both decided to, do the horizontal poker, whatever you want to call it. You did that on the first night. We don't know these people. And let me tell you something. YouTube. Back to YouTube. People are on there exposing the fact that they got STDs and all kinds. What are we doing? What is happening? just like, I want to be pinched. Somebody pinch me. Because I didn't know this was going to turn out like this. I just didn't know it. You know, when I was living my best life, as some of you 90s people know, we were living our best life in the 90s, honey. We had Bill Clinton, the first black-white president, if y'all don't know. We had Bill Clinton. Money was lucrative. Jobs was everywhere. I mean, it was a wonderful time, you know. But what happened? What happened? Somebody tell me what happened. Because the moment that everything decided to take a turn, so did the mind, so did ethics, so did morality, so did the law, and so did family. Everybody took a left turn, and the right is left over here all alone, trying to figure out what happened. What happened? Okay? Let's just talk about the fact that I can remember being in school and you walked into my teacher's classroom late. You walked into my teacher's classroom late. Okay, my teachers is not going back and forth with you. Okay, let's be very clear. They're not going back and forth. They're going to tell you what it is and what it's going to be. And if you didn't understand that, you're going to get up, get out their classroom. They don't lock the door and make sure you don't come back in there. My teachers handle business. Teachers are so needed. They're so needed. We need teachers, okay? But we need loving teachers. We need serious teachers. We need the teachers that don't stand at the front of the classroom and say, I got my degree, you gonna have to get yours. No. That's not what you do. No, okay? I've seen so many videos where the kids is just running the classroom. That is exactly why I can't be a teacher. I can't be a teacher. Because I could be in the mall and pull a child to the side. Where your mama at? Where your mama? I need to talk to your mama. Where your mama? Where your mama? Because somebody got to start doing something, okay? When we was growing up, we did something. They knew our people in our neighborhood, okay? The lady at the end of the street on the corner, best friends with my grandma. We could not get in trouble. We couldn't. We gonna get in trouble for what? Because no ma'am. Miss Allen, she was gonna call my grandma. She knew exactly who to call. But now, everybody, this is what gets me, is I'm minding my own business, but not really, okay? Not really. Because I know everything that go on in your house, and as soon as we get into an argument, I'm gonna bring up the fact that you got 12 cars coming to your house. But when I'm over there getting killed, and don't nobody know what the hell going on. Somebody done stabbed me, they done shot me, I done got beat, I'm screaming, I'm doing all okay, but nobody know what's going on. Don't nobody know what's going on until the cameras come out. Then here come the cameras and the news, and you on TV, and hair all over the place, and you might have a bedroom shoe on, a tank top, and one eyelash. I mean, just looking a hot damn mess. But then you got so much to say. You know why? Because you want your 5 minutes of fame. It's not worth it if the person next door to you that you could have said hello to every single day is now deceased. It's not worth it. It's not. You know? I don't know what kind of people we got out here, if we got believers out here and everything, but I was born and raised in the church. I was at church Sunday through Saturday. Every week, my mama had us in church. So I wholeheartedly believe in a higher power. I don't know, for people who don't believe in a higher power, for people who are atheists, there is still something that you believe in, whether or not it is science or what they call it, The Big Bang Theory, or I think they got some other little stuff going on around here. This about to be just as absurd as the rest of this nonsense that they keep saying. Like, it's so much stuff. I mean, let's just talk. Let's just talk. Can we just talk? I mean, if I just keep saying the things that I'm seeing on television, I'm really gonna believe that we live in the Matrix. Because that's one of the theories going on around now, that we live in a Matrix, So everybody's so damn bored that we are now deciding that we live in a glass somewhere in the Matrix. Whether it be a computer system or a dome or whatever, none of this is real. Somebody is pushing buttons and doing what they do. That's some of the belief out here. I guess you're free to believe whatever you want to believe. But I guess my thing is there's just no rationale behind it. There's nothing. Some of this stuff, people just walking outside and snatching it out the air like a butterfly. It's just crazy. And then you want to sit down and have a conversation with them, and you talk to them. You say, well, hey, tell me about this. Tell me what you're talking about. I mean, that's just what I believe. It's just what I believe. I believe that. Well, okay, so tell me why you believe that. I want to know why you believe it. I mean, man, I ain't got to explain myself to you. Oh, okay, so now we're going to go defensive. I don't have to explain myself. I didn't ask you to explain yourself to me. I'm asking you to tell me why you believe that. How you know you're not going to convince me? You might convince me. Okay? But because a lot of people just running around these days, they just jumping on it, just whatever somebody say. Somebody go outside, say boogity woogity, you'll be rich. You'll see 80 people outside going boogity woogity, boogity woogity. So it's just like nobody even puts thought into anything anymore. It's just like, oh, okay, he said if I do this, then I'm gonna be able to do. I don't see people picking up books anymore. Like, are we really wondering why the kids don't read? They don't even have school books. That's why they don't read. Listen, I used to come home with a world history book, English book, math book. It didn't matter how heavy that book bag was. You need to take that book home. You need to read. You need to do this homework. You need to get yourself prepared. Oh no, they don't read. They don't read now because they don't have to. Y'all took the books away. Why are we wondering? What happened? What happened? I don't get it. I'm so confused right now. I am perplexed at the fact that everybody running around here acting like they don't see what's going on. I promise to God, we could probably get a lawn chair in the most active places, in your area, wherever you are, wherever you live. Get you a lawn chair. And I don't know if you eat popcorn or Twizzlers. I don't like Twizzlers, but y'all may like Twizzlers. Get you some popcorn, some Twizzlers, Reese's Pieces, and just sit out there and watch. TV is not needed. The only thing we need TV for is to catch them YouTube videos where people are recording themselves being foolish and dumb. But outside of that, we don't need TV. We got the housewives in our own neighborhood. We got summer vacation home in our own neighborhood. We got different families. They not the Kardashians, but we got families with a whole bunch of sisters that hoe around and do all kind of stuff. We got that. We ain't got to pay for that. You can sit right outside and watch people make a fool and a mockery out of their life every day, all day. It's so ridiculous. I'm a movie person. Love movies. Absolutely love movies. And let me just give a shout out to all the producers, the actors, and actresses. Hey, thank you very much. Let me give a shout out to y'all because I really did and do still love movies. However, I'm not going to nobody's theater. Let's just be real, If they ain't shooting it up Is somebody in there coughing without covering their mouth? And, we got the COVID and the monkeypox, and I think it was California or somebody who just had a measles outbreak. Okay, so I'm done. No. I'm gonna watch me whatever I can watch at home. That's what I'm gonna watch. Because the rest of this is nonsense. I mean, I want to enjoy a movie, but I'm too afraid. I'm scared. Don't tell nobody, but I'm scared. Okay? I'm scared. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get no virus. I feel like the scary movies have come to life. The scary games, they've come to life. I think Ouroboros is already in the United States. And if you're a Resident Evil fan, shout out. You already know what I'm talking about. It's out here, okay? It's so much going on. That's why I said I just want to talk. I just want to see if you see what I see. I can't be the only person who sees it. I believe a blind man can see what is going on right now. I do. I mean, I don't sleep too often. I have real bad insomnia. It's gotten worse since my mom passed away, but I've always had it. It's always been there, so I'm always up. Middle of the morning, 2:30, 3 o'clock. I don't remember what time it was, but it was early late. Okay? And watch this YouTube video. I cannot tell you enough. YouTube is my best friend. Okay? Watch the YouTube video. And they was talking about how they've been digging through some of the ice and stuff that melted, right? These people showed me a video where they done uncovered and thawed out 2 baby saber-toothed tigers. Do we really want saber-toothed tigers around? Like, what are we doing? What happened? Are we bored? What is going on, people? We gotta get a handle on this. This is crazy. And then I'm trying to think. I might have to tell y'all about that another day, because it was a particular kind of elephant that they unthawed as well, which kind of tells you that when you look at some of these videos, you guys go look and try to find them a little bit. I might try to pin some of the links or what have you down so you can catch them. But when you go and look, you kind of wonder, there's got to be something else that's going on when you see these videos, because the particular kind of elephant that they found, they're basically saying that it had to freeze like instantly, because they were able to tell what that thing had to eat in its stomach. And let me just elaborate a little bit. All of these little baby elephants and the saber-toothed tigers and stuff that they found, they all still had fur. They had fur, they had they had not decomposed at all. They just had not decomposed. And I was a little taken aback. I was like, wait a minute, should we really be thawing that out? Freeze that thing back up. I don't know what you need to do. Put it back in cryostasis or something. I don't know what you need to do, but we got to figure it out, because this is not safe. We are running into situations that I don't know what happened. What happened? I cannot say that enough. What happened? And again, I say, that's why I just want to talk. I just want to talk about it. I just need somebody to give me some insight. And while y'all are digging around in your brains and coming up with these, the answers to my 10 million questions, because I'm now looking to the world for these answers, because my mom was the kind of mom where I could ask her anything, and I do mean anything, people. But I could ask her anything. We could talk about it, laugh about it, cry about it. We really couldn't cry about it, because she was that mama. What is you crying for? Stop crying. We're going to figure it out. That kind of thing. But She was the person I went to for everything. So now I'm looking to the world. I'm looking to you guys to kind of tell me what happened. What is going on? Somebody talk to me. Tell me what's happening. I need to know. I need to know at one point where all of us thought that racism was dying down, going away, that all of a sudden it's so flamboyant that it's right there. Boof. I can't even pump no gas. And then I hear the boop, the word. And if I don't hear the word, I hear the go back to where? My neighborhood when I was a baby? That's what you want me to do? I'm just trying to figure out where you want me to go. Back to your house with you cooking? How come? You ain't got to be hateful. Where is all of this coming from? Where? And then while y'all are looking into that to get me an answer, somebody just find me the answer to where somebody can finally just tell us all what is it about having a different color skin that makes you have a dislike for me that is so prevalent that you are just like, no, I don't want to be my house, get away, it's just a whole bunch of craziness. So I just need some people to dig around and find those answers for me. White people, black people, Hispanic people, I don't care, Asians, I don't care. Anybody that know the answer, I want to know. I really want to know. Send me an email, send me a text message. I want to know. Because if you got the answer, give it to me, baby. I want to know. And, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about that. So, send me a message, shoot me an email. I don't care. Well, let's talk about it. Okay? And while y'all digging around for that, somebody tell me, when did we just start hating life so bad that none of us like each other? I mean, we don't like each other. We don't like ourselves. I mean, people are doing so many things to themselves. Again, we're back on YouTube. Okay? There is this man out here that has basically had this surgery that kind of raised his eyebrows bone out to where it kind of protrudes like a lizard or something. And then he raised, like he had like some bone or something put in the top of his head. He has tattooed himself to where his skin and stuff is a different color. Like, what is going on? Why are we, if somebody else is not doing it to us, we doing it to ourselves? Somebody help me with that. Come on now. Somebody tell me about that right there. What are we doing? I would really like to know, because I'm concerned. I'm trying to figure out, at what point do we not value ourselves enough to where we don't even put time in to hate somebody that much? We don't put time in to alter our bodies in a way that we are not even recognizable as the human species. Where are we going with this? Where are we going to where we don't matter? I mean, honestly, we just don't matter. And I mean, that's all the way across the board. Even those people that feel like they matter, because everybody is watching them, everybody's listening to them, they play my music, or they're buying my clothes, or I live in this neighborhood, so everybody is looking at me. We're not. We really not. I promise you we're not. I really want you to move, because I was trying to see what that tree was doing that you just stood in front of, but you all in my way. But yeah, so what happened to where we just don't care about ourselves enough to put so much hate out here, or to do all of these new advances they have, with surgeries and stuff, all of this stuff that we are doing to ourselves? I'm telling you guys, that comes from a place of hate. There's something else that you're missing, that you're not taking heed to. You're not building what you need to build to take care of that. You have to figure out your own journey. And I say that to say a lot of this stuff is a lot of copycat stuff, or what some of us call fads, and things are just happening because these are just moments that people are going through, and fads, and oh, well, Michelle, Kelly, and Becky got it, so I need to get it. All these different kinds of things. That is coming from a place of you not really knowing your own journey, loving your own journey, or loving yourself. And that has to come first before we can be out here talking about we love him. I love him. I'm getting ready to go to jail for him. No, we're not. We're not doing that. We got to stop all this craziness. But yeah, I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's try to figure it out. Because God knows somebody has to. I don't know. Just to kind of fill you in, I read different quotes and all kinds of stuff, so I always kind of try to find something to enhance my day or enhance my mind. And Layla Delia, she was quoted as saying, self-care is how you take your power back. So if you need to take a week for some self-care, take that week. Take it. I promise you, you do not have to put puppies on your eyes for somebody to see you. You're going to be seen. I promise you. You're going to be seen and you're going to be heard as soon as you get your power back. But hey, that's it for me today. But I do want to talk about it. So like I said, let's talk about it. And as they used to say when I was growing up, get you on the flip side.